Hi everyone, it's me, Jordan Long here, and today a lot of folks are gonna make a big deal about why, you don't choose. And I don't choose in Gabber, Reich, Share, and Near, because really never really shifts, even when you do. Now a lot of folks are gonna say that, oh well, your word has might. Well, that need be true if everybody is choosing at the same time. But one word themselves doesn't have might, you know. And a lot of folks like to do the guilting and the shaming, to get you to choose, as if they think the right things will get done, or if they believe the right folks will get chosen. Well, you should choose, What do you mean you don't choose the forest setter and the stewards and the elders? You don't choose the share, the Reich warden and the stewards and the elders. You don't choose the share warden and the Winnemolt. You don't choose the near warden and the Winnemolt. I don't. I never picked anyone, any Gabber Reich, any Gabber Reich share near choosing. Because in my belief, I believe that my word is not going to upset the apple Wayne. No way can that be done. And everyone likes to, bitch about the forest setter, or their Reich warden, or their share warden, or near warden, or their stewards, or their elders, or their Winnemolt, believing that, that if they only had some more folks, that the right one would have been chosen. There are right folks for the work, and there's wrong folks for the work. Yeah, but that's a belief, You have no way to know who is right or wrong for the work, And then again, you're only going to doom them for their work, not for themselves. But anyway, I keep out of that. And since there is no Gabber law that makes it where you have to choose, I can say no. Oh, well, there are other lands that make it under law that you have to choose. Well, great for those lands. But I don't live in those lands. I live here in the 4-1 Reichs, and I have done for 42 years, going on 43 years. So they don't have a Gabber law that makes folks have to choose. I feel sorry for those who live in those lands and have to follow that law. Yeah, then there's also going to be lands out there, well, not their law moats, but some folks that live in those lands who are going to brag and say, hey, we have more folks, in our chooses. Well, great for you. Half of them did it because they wanted to. The other half of them did it because they would be seen as an outlaw if they did not. And anyway, my word doesn't have enough weight, to make any kind of shift. If it be in Gabber, Reich, Share, or Near, when it comes to the law moot, I guess. You can say I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong about that. But a lot of folks are going to give their thought or belief or take, so it's not going to be right and it's not going to be wrong. And then the other half of them out there are going to guilt me or shame me and say, oh, you should be choosing. That's the only way things get done. Yeah, when you're in a folk Reich, you got to choose, folks. But also the right to choose also should be shielded, but the right not to choose should also be shielded as well. And if the 4-1 Reich was in so bad shape that everyone had to choose in Gabber, Reich, Share, and Near choosing, then there would have been something wrong, And I choose not to do it. Alright? So tell me what you think about this. Give this film a like, share it, playlist it, thumb it up, and I'll see you later.